There are even wine subscription services. I think a lot of people would be really appreciative of that in 2020. Hey folks, it's Carrie from Pretty Neat. Thanks for joining me. If you're new here to my channel, welcome. I share videos every week about organizing and decluttering your home and just making your space the best it can be. So I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button and stick around. So I'm filming this during the holiday season. It's the holiday season of 2020, which is just a very weird year in general, a very difficult and challenging year in a lot of ways. And I'm doing this series about gifts and about making purchases the holidays. I'll link to this playlist about gifts down below in the description box. But today I want to talk about gifts that won't become clutter. Now, these are some ideas for gifts that you can give to other people or that you can ask for that really don't become just another thing that you have to deal with in your house. As I talked about in my last video about having these difficult conversations with family, we don't want to appear ungrateful or unappreciative of gifts, but the reality is a lot of gifts end up not really being something that fits us. Either it doesn't fit us physically, like in terms of clothing gifts, or maybe it just doesn't fit our interests or our style. And while it's very well intentioned, it just becomes this thing that we're stuck with, and we then have to make the hard decision about getting rid of it. It kind of adds to the burden of stuff in our homes. Most of the people that I know and the people that I work with certainly are trying to reduce the amount of stuff in their homes and not keep adding to it. And the holiday season can really feel like a burden in that regard. A very privileged burden to have, certainly. But nonetheless, it can be overwhelming, particularly for families who have kids. So I want to share today some ideas for gifts that won't become clutter, gifts that are kind of intangible things. They're not an object, or they're something that you can use or enjoy, but they don't require that you store them in your home. So the first thing I want to talk about are online classes. There are a lot of sites offering online classes, and personally, I have taken classes on Creative Live. There are some great things on there having to do with all aspects of creativity. This is not a sponsored video. I don't have anything to do with Creative Live, but I have in the past taken their courses, and they have some excellent teachers who have offerings on there. Some other sites you might check out are things like Skillshare. Masterclass is kind of cool. They have these huge names in entertainment and in literature and in all areas who are teaching about their area of expertise, which I think is pretty cool. If you have people in your life who are typically hard to buy for, or you're just trying to reduce the amount of stuff that you're giving people, I think giving a gift certificate to one of these online teaching platforms is really a great gift. Most of them have a wide range of courses that they're offering, and so a lot of people in your life would likely find something of interest on one of these platforms. Another idea for gifts that won't become clutter is a subscription to a meal service. Now, I have been doing HelloFresh for quite a few months now. Again, this is not sponsored by HelloFresh, but I have used it myself for quite a while and I've really enjoyed it. There are a number of meal subscription services out there, and I'm sure they're all offering gift certificate options. And to me, this is a great gift because it saves me the trouble of having to figure out what to make for dinner. It saves me the trouble of having to shop for the ingredients. It just simplifies the whole process of cooking dinner. So if you have people in your family who struggle with that, maybe it's someone who's kind of young and is just learning how to cook, I think it's really useful in that regard. If you have any families who have young kids and they just are overwhelmed with life right now, giving a subscription to a meal service might be a great gift for them. kind of related to the meal subscription service is really any type of consumable food related gift, I think is always appropriate and is appreciated. There are a lot of services. I know our local grocery stores offer these where they make gift baskets. In particular, this year, we are probably not going to be seeing as many of our relatives giving a gift of consumable food or beverage items. I think is just a great alternative to giving gifts that are like a thing that people then have to store or figure out what to do with. Giving the gift of professional photography is also a great idea. I have been so impressed with some of my local photographers and how they've been really creative in doing portraits outdoors or finding other ways to continue doing photography with people, but in a way that's safe with regard to the coronavirus. So I would look into that. And this is such a difficult year for small business owners. I am a small business owner myself, and I can speak from experience that things are tough this year. If you can support a local photographer in your area, it really is a win-win. You can give the gift of maybe a family portrait, or maybe you know someone who is starting a new business and really needs professional headshots, maybe giving the gift of a boudoir photography shoot for someone that would be appropriate for in your life. That can be a really fun experience for people and something they might not be as willing to buy for themselves. A gift certificate for a photographer is kind of a win-win. You're supporting a local business person and you are providing a gift that might be considered more of a luxury right now with everything that's going on, but it's also a way for families or individuals to capture a moment in time, and that really is priceless. I might suggest under normal circumstances to give the gift of a night out on the town, maybe movie tickets and a gift certificate to a restaurant to your partner, or maybe a night out for your family where, again, you do some activity together. In 2020, we're probably not going to be doing as much of that, but I think you can take that idea and you can apply it to having a special night at home. And this might include an online movie rental, or maybe it's a game, either a board game or video game, if your family is into either of those, and some snacks. This could be packaged in a way that's really cute, like maybe for a movie night, you'd have things in a popcorn bucket. I know at this point we're probably struggling to make time at home seem fun and special, but I think if you can use a little bit of creativity, thinking about what your family likes to do together and what are maybe the food or fun items that would go along with that, you can put together a gift around that. And I think that would be fun and something that, again, doesn't create any clutter in your home. Another fun idea for kids is to adopt an animal at a local zoo or aquarium. Most of these places have this type of program, and you usually get a certificate or something that you can give about the animal. This type of thing makes it a little bit extra interesting when you are able to go to the zoo or to the aquarium. You can kind of check in on your animal. And I think this is just a fun and cute idea for kids. There are a lot of really useful subscription services for items that you need to replenish all the time. A couple examples in my own life, I've been using a Quip toothbrush. It's an electric toothbrush, and when you first subscribe, you get the base part of the toothbrush. And then with this subscription, every 3 months, you receive a new brush head and a new battery. And it's just such a great reminder to replace that, and I don't really have to think about it. And I feel that the cost is very reasonable. I like the fact that I'm using a little bit less plastic by only replacing the brush head. So again, this is not sponsored by Quip, but it's a product that I've used for a long time and I really enjoy. I think it might make a great gift. They have all different fun colors and stuff too, so you can kind of personalize it that way. There are also some subscription services to shaving supplies. As part of the subscription, you get new blades on a regular basis. You can add in shave cream and stuff like that. So I know guys are typically tougher to buy for, and that I think would be a great gift for pretty much any guy that shaves their face. Another practical gift that I think pretty much any adult would appreciate is anything to do with their car. Whether this is a gift card for car washes or for oil changes, or you can give a gift of a roadside assistance like AAA. Any of those things are so useful, and I know personally I really push it with my car washes and stuff like that because it just seems like a low priority item. But if I have a gift card for car washes, I definitely use it. So I think these are really useful and practical gifts that aren't going to become clutter, and you know that people are going to actually use them because these are services that we really need if we own a car. Another service type gift card that you can give that I think would be really helpful right now is a gift certificate for Instacart. It's basically a delivery service for a lot of different retailers. You do need to know if the recipient has Instacart services available in their area, but if they do, you can purchase a gift card and then it can be used for the delivery services for the actual items that they're buying. I think it's just a great idea. And maybe for some older folks who really shouldn't be shopping in the stores as much right now, this would be a really thoughtful and useful gift for them. So I hope this video gave you some ideas for gifts that won't become clutter, maybe a few things that you haven't thought of yet. If you have other ideas for gifts that won't become clutter, please leave them down in the comments below. I would love to have a discussion started there and some people sharing ideas, because I think we all want to show our love through gift giving at this time of year, but many of us are really trying to approach things with a little bit more of a minimalist mindset. Maybe we've just realized that we already have so much stuff. We don't want more stuff of our own to have to deal with, and we also don't want to burden other people with gifts that won't be used. So if you have ideas for things that are useful, that are practical, that don't become clutter, please leave them down below. So if this video was helpful, I hope you'll hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I share videos here every week about decluttering and organizing your home and just making your space the best it can be. Talk to you soon.